We're busy packing, and some of you know that I'm getting ready just to go up and join my sister and family. We had a bereavement, which was my mother, a few weeks ago. So we got our funeral on Friday. But guess what? Things still need to be put in place for myself. Yes, behind the scenes, there's a lot going on. I really want to reach out to those regarding the network marketing industry. We've made it clear, Zoe and I, and by the way, didn't she do fantastic last night's video? It was really, really good. She really did well. She's growing in so many different ways, my wife. She's an amazing, amazing lady. However, I'm going to put a few things out and throw out regarding, not so about the debunking some of the reputation of network marketing, but what I want to do is give what I class as my personal 5 steps of actually evaluating it. So when someone's in front of you, and I know majority of you out there will be approached by someone from so many different companies out there, we're not going to spill the beans, but we're going to give it warts and all, because we've put an amazing manual together. But we're growing our brand, we're growing Fitz and Zoe, because it's part of our get out clause from moving away from catering into where we're going to at the moment. So it's important that these 5 key steps that you as an individual, when you get approached, and I want you to batter the person in front of you with these 5 key steps. Because if they don't know it, they're either new, there's not a problem with that. Bring the person with them and have a three-way call. Three-way calls are brilliant. Here's number 1. And it's researching the background and reputation that company has. It's very, very important. How long the company's been going. It's very, very important. You gotta know these aspects, because if it's only been going a year or 6 months, yes, people might say get in at the beginning, all that kind of stuff. Well, no, because you're gonna put your heart and soul and hard-earned money into it, and then in 2 years or a year's time, 6 months time, 5 years time, they're gone. Because this is a serious business, this is a serious industry. There's many people making a serious living through network marketing. So how long's the company been going? What's the financial stable of that company? Are they good? Are they on the NASDAQ? Because when they're on the NASDAQ, you can't hide anything, because you have to put real numbers on there, because you're investigated each month, you're audited. Is it what the figures you're putting out on there because it's you're on the NASDAQ or you're on a trading platform and selling shares of your company? You cannot lie, because you'll be found out, you're out. And the repercussions of that is woeful if you're doing it wrong. So is the company that you're being approached with, are they on the NASDAQ? What it's about with them? And what is the reputation within the industry of that particular company? And most of all, what's the reputation of the people, the partners within that group, within that business? That's the key. So look for transparency, leadership. I'm going to come on to that in a moment, because leadership is key. Leadership is key. You've heard before that me and Zoe had to kiss a few frogs. We had to kiss a few frogs. Why? Because we need to find the company that are aligned to us regarding some of the things that we mentioned. And that because we've learned that way, the company that we're with now, we've been with Zinzino, it takes every single box for us. Maybe not for everyone else who looks at it and does it, but it ticks it for us. The next one I want to let you to look at is really examine the products. The products are important. Why? Well, you have to be interested in to start off with. You know, then products, are they high quality? Are they backed by science? Are they backed by any research? Do they work? Because this is what you've got to get rid of the marketing bullshit that is out there, pardon the French, because there is a lot of marketing bullshit. And what I mean by this, there's certain products out there that I say, it's come down from the hills of the Himalayas, it's eaten by monkeys, they poo it out, they crush it, they make it into these cocoa bean, and you lose weight. Really? Really? If it's not backed by research, if it's not got any peer reviews behind it, if there's not some form of research to give you validation of that product and the services, and it works, why are you looking at it? There's an issue there. So just be aware of that. And would you use them yourself? Because you are the best one to know whether the products or the services work for you. I don't care if it's electricity that you're selling, don't care if it's perfume, are you using it? Because if you're in I'm not going to make any companies, but if you're in a makeup and creams and that kind of stuff, and you're using Nivea from Boots, why are you selling the products that you're in that network marketing company? You have to use them, but not just have to use them. They have to be a trust value that you are using because you love it. You love the products. I see so many people within this industry that will not move because of their products. They won't move anywhere else because they love it. The products what they're in, and that's what you've got to do. And then you've got to understand what is the customer demand in your sector. Because some of it, I'll say some of it's crowded, and it's a bit like me bringing out a new wine brand from my restaurant. Me bringing out a new wine brand, that's in a market of so many brands of drink brands within that market space. How am I going to shine out? So make sure you're looking at that. And here's the one: understanding the compensation plan. I tell you, Sophie, I've been into this industry so long. Understand the compensation plan. It can be like having I could fly a plane first. Sometimes you don't understand it, but understand that the person's in front of you. How are they explaining it? Simple. For me, it's simple how I explain it to people who are looking at what we do. We get paid in a number of ways, but the basics is we get paid anything from 10 to 30% on our own personal products that we bring customers in, anything from 10 to 20 to 25% on our partners that we bring in when we build an outside business. I said outside business when we expand our business, when we build leverage as a team bonus. So they're the two things. In between that, there's lots of caveats because people just want to know the basics. And I always say when people are looking at it, just look at your household income. How quick and what do I need to do to get to do my household expenditure? And just break that down. So the compensation plan needs to be quite fair. You need to understand a little bit about it. You'll learn as you earn all the time because there's different caveats within the plan. And is it realistic? Is the profits of the time what you're doing? But just remember, in network marketing, you're not going to be paid up front. You're building. So if you're looking for quick cash, it doesn't always come that way. There is some companies like ourselves who put what we class as a fast start bonus so you can get to understand the business more, earn more in the first few months. They top load some of the bonuses so you can get your money back, what you put in, etc, etc, etc. But you just need to have a good idea of that. And the best way to do that is get the person in front of you just to explain what happens in the first 120 days. What happens in the first 120 days of how you can grow your business. That's key for you so you can understand it. The next I would look at is and this is important, and that's the compliances and the credibility of the company that's in front of you. So look at the legalities of that company. Has there been the mass complaints in the different countries? And you can easily find that out. The Business Home Forum, just Google that, Business Home Forum. There's some great advice in that little forum, because you got to understand, network marketing is hundreds of billions of dollars. This is how big it is. This industry, it really is. So for you, just understanding and checking the credibility of the company that someone has approached you with. What's their payout rate? Where are they? Are they a AAA company, AA company? And that means, especially if they go on the NASDAQ, they become and get that being a AAA company because they've got something underpinned. They've got assets that some of them may be debt free, like we are. But you need to make sure that you're doing your due diligence of looking at that. And here's where the big thing I always think where a lot of people get mixed up with, and that is the support. Is the person in front of you, have they built a community? Are they part of the community? Because just because you're speaking to that person who might be offering you an outlet, offering you the opportunity, I would recommend this. Have a three-way call with their upline. Have a three-way call with somebody else in the business. See if it fits in for you, because culture needs to be right for you. Because if it's not, you'll end up moving and finding where the spot is. But them three things, what I just said, is key. It really is key. So for me, what I would say is this: understand your leadership. Focus on the personality and development. Is there some development there? Because network marketing is one of the best industry sectors for personal development. It really, really is. So make sure you understand that. The support of the community. Are they approachable, or are they just the braggadeer and you're just a number, and they walk across stage and it's hello, hello, and they're building it from notoriety to making sure how big they are? Or are they down with the trenches with you to really help you grow, understanding for you to grow? But you need to be coachable. And if you're not coachable, it ain't going to work. So here's a couple of the sweet spots I want you to really understand regarding network marketing, because you're going to be approached. One of you people who are looking at this, they're going to be approached. And I want you to understand that what we're delivering now, and come Monday, we're really going to go through Monday about where the Zinzino portfolios fits in, where the products fits in. You heard a little bit from my wife yesterday, and again, she did well. She did well yesterday. So I want you to understand strong track records and compliances. That's what you need to look at as well. Have they got that credibility there? Because you're putting your time and reputation out there. The products, are they genuine? Did they stand out? Did they have research? So these are the sweet spots I want you to understand. And if it's too good to be true and the package is rubbish, there's no data, why are you looking at it? Because anyone could put something in a bottle and it just comes out and there's no validation around it, peer reports and everything else. So just be aware of that. And is the compensation plan fair? Is it duplicable? Can you teach the people down? Can the people down underneath you, when you're bringing them in, can they earn more than you? Because there's the key. They need to earn more than you. And if they can, you're going to have a solid business. I want every single person that comes into my organization, mine and my wife's organization, that they outstrip us in earnings. Because what does that mean? It means I have a solid base, a residual income for the rest of my life. That's my key. For the people who come in front of me, can I get them where they need to get to in earnings and lifestyle? That's the key. So again, looking at that key with the community that you're in, remember these sweet spots, the community that you're in, are they helping you? Then here's the one as well. It's not just transparency of the company, but what's the transparency of the leadership? I'll say that again. It's not just the transparency of the company, what's the transparency of the leadership in front of you? Are you just another number? That's why we left our last company, well, a company before, 2 companies before. That's why we left that one. And we was doing very well, Zoe and I. We really was. We had a good income coming in. And we left because the transparency of what they was doing was against our values. And in other words, it was wrong. It was wrong. We left. It was nothing to do with the company. It was to do with the people in front of you. So what's their integrity like? And it's important. And here's the last one. The support is key. You cannot do any form of direct sales on your own. Where is the support? Because if there's no support, you're not going to get the growth that you need. But the caveat on that is, are you willing to be coachable? Are you willing to do the things that is needed for you to grow? Because if you're not, network marketing is not for you. Because it means you have to come out of your comfort zone. You have to learn new tricks. I'm 60 years young and I'm learning for people coming into this business in their 30s, earning 7 figures. I'm learning from them. Because I don't know it all. But in my community, when I get stuck from the leadership, what I'm in now, in the community, I can ask. So just imagine having a bunch of Dragon Den panelists in your group looking after you from all walks of life. That's what you need to be investigating when you join any networking group. The person in front of you and and the people in front of you behind them. That's what holds up the strategy side, of the business. You've got a strategy side, you've got a partner side. The partner side is who pays you and your products and who sorts of delivers anything out. And the strategy side is your team. If they don't match and fit in with your values, I would say hold back and ask more questions. So I hope that gives you a little bit of where we're coming from, because we're building up a program ready for 2026 to smash it. It's only a few months. It's Christmas. And then we're in a new year. Guys, I just love this industry. I love the industry that I'm coming from, as in hospitality. I love the people that we meet, and I learned so much of the people of my customers who are sitting there with their glass of wine because they've retired, because they've worked, they've had their side hustle, they've grown multiple businesses, and now they're reaping the rewards. Now, me and Zoe are on that journey, and we are using network marketing and the company that we align ourselves with to get us there. So then 5 steps I really want you to really understand from 5 steps. It's so important because you're stepping out your comfort zone. You need that support, and when you put your time and effort into something, you need it to come back the other way. But the most important bit, you need to be making sure that you're coachable. If you are, you're going to have a fantastic business. You're going to have a fantastic big, but be some patience as well, because that is very, very important. Have a great weekend. Have a great Thursday, Friday. Like I said, we're up to Manchester now. So have a great weekend. God bless. I look forward to seeing you online on Monday. And I look forward to it. Everyone wants to look at network marketing, look at what we're doing. Just bell us. Just come and see us. But watch this space. There's a few things coming, so you guys who are really looking at network marketing can have some fun, ask your questions, ask about different companies, but ask about the industry itself. God bless, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.